welcome back to your exciting weekly podcast right here on social media and on TV. Yes, in case you didn't know, we are on TV now every Saturday at 4 p.m. on Joy News. This is Stop Diaries. My name is Crispy K, and we are here with another interesting conversation. Before we get into the topic, however, just know that you can get this podcast, aside from TV, on YouTube, Joy News, and every podcast platform that you listen to, from Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Amazon, every single place that you get your podcast from, you can get this conversation. And also on TV every single Saturday, 4 p.m. on Joy News. Today's topic is it's something that come and gone, but the conversation is still rife on social media, and we believe it's very important for us to discuss this today. On my left, we have a returning guest, Daniel Cranton. What's man?
My guy.
The way they pray, they meditate, he says on fire.
We are not here to joke.
No jokes.
We are not here to joke.
Straight to the point.
Quick.
That is how I like it. Ebenezer,
Charlie.
Another returning guest. Everything cool?
Everything cool.
The week has been good, yeah?
Not bad. Can't complain.
Are you sure? Have you been able to beat some traffic or something? Like that?
Just this afternoon, before I got here, I was in one. And to think that I was coming to talk about the same subject. So
you can't complain.
So I make ready.
Make ready. Yeah. So from how we started, you definitely know where we are going. Now, I think about a week ago, a bill was laid before Parliament seeking to amend the Road Regulations Act 2012. And what this was supposed to do was include our ministers, our MPs, and other state officials, in getting sirens and being able to be exempt from some road regulations. At a point, I saw in there that they could, some speed limits were not even going to be attached to how they drive and all of that. But public outcry, people have been wondering, why do you need this? What is this for? This and that, this and that. It got results and it has been withdrawn. The bill has officially been withdrawn from Parliament. However, the conversation is still out there, like I said earlier. And so we want to have that conversation. Do our MPs, our ministers, our judges, in the High Court and Supreme Court need this particular sirens and some of these exemptions, or they should just be like every other normal Ghanaian and be in traffic, do what they have to do, wake up early, go to work, as every Ghanaian is doing. We are going straight into the conversation right now, and Danike will start off. Do you really think this is something the public is being? I mean, they are special people in code. They are leaders. They have special tasks. They have special functions. Don't they need the siren to help them get to wherever they want to get to on time?
You that are asking me the question.
Yeah.
Do you think they need the siren?
I'm only a moderator in this case.
No, then don't start by asking me the question.
No, I want to know your view on
No, because you see, right now they put this thing on TV. I also have to try and... But don't do and spark me. And the question you are asking me, the question you are asking me, when you think about the question...
What I do know is that when we say all human beings are equal and things like that, it's really not 100%, right? There are people with special roles and special privileges that are given to them.
The MPs are representatives of the people. Me, if I had my own way, the state of your constituency is the state of the human being. No, to be frank.
How exactly?
Let me explain. If I had my own way, and let's say the Adentan constituency is suffering, the roads are bad, people are... The MP should walk, or he should use bicycle to this.
Okay.
You can't be driving in V8. The V8, the fuel is funded by the people you claim to be representing. End of month, they are paying you with their taxes.
Yeah.
When they are going to work, the small money they are going to make, in fact, some of them, they are late. And when they are late, they'll deduct it from their pay because the road network is poor.
Yeah.
The state of the road itself is poor.
Yeah.
They'll reach work, to be deducted, as I said, end of month, small pay. They'll finish, come and pay you tax for you to earn your salary, for you to use the V8 again. But that same person that you are going to be sucking the blood and the money out of their pockets, no. That same person will have to wake up at 4 a.m. to get to the office by 8.
Yeah.
You wake up at 7:30 Then in 15 minutes, you do win. Then you get there.
Yeah.
And when you get there too, you are not doing the job to make sure that their state of living will be impacted by the good thing that you are doing in parliament. So we are not seeing anything. But at the end of the day, after the 4 years of crap, you've not done anything. We are suffering, economy is bad, the roads are still bazaar. Then you finish, you say that you want free win. Plus exceeding the speed limit.
Yeah.
So we are driving the small cars, no. You see, last time something happened, I don't know if some people went for something at Akosombo. Were coming in V8.
Yeah.
Convoy, like 50 cars. Small car on the motorway, you have to park by the side. Me, I won't park by the side, I'll park on the motorway. No, I won't give you.
Danny, that's very risky.
If you hit me, what will happen will happen.
But per the laws they allow. So
What?
if it was a presidential convoy, definitely.
It wasn't a presidential convoy. Presidential convoy, we can see. This one wasn't
50 V8.
Bugger, it's not I promise you. Okay. If you see presidential convoy, you know what a presidential. This one wasn't presidential convoy. Some 2 motorcycles going, then they are doing move. Then the rest of the cars are coming move. And the cars know there's Prado, there's Lang. You know the difference between. Yeah. Thank you. So we know this one is friends and family. They count them boom. When they pass by your car with the setting, your car will be shaking.
Yeah, that's true.
You experience
small car.
Small car. It was shake. So you are sitting in the car, boom. You are just shaking. When you finish, then I should go normal. I should stop for you. I should stop. So already the traffic that is messing me up. When we have some small free and I'm going, I should also stop again for you to come and pass.
Yeah.
For you to go to parliament, not do anything for me, and then come back end of month. I should pay.
The argument is that as an MP, what they are supposed to be doing, their major role is to pass laws, right?
Then how are the laws impacting us?
I mean, if the laws have been passed and the implementation is on the executive and not the legislature, you cannot really fault them.
You see, you can't use technicalities to run away from this thing.
That is what the law says.
No. You see, you
pass
can't use
laws. I may lobby as an MP. I don't have to develop my constituency. It's not my duty, right?
Yeah.
They started doing it because they realized people would, associate.
No. Wait. No. If you know that it is not your job to develop the constituency, why do you use it as a metric when you are campaigning?
And the people want to
look. In reality, we know that they have the power to do it. We know
they can lobby the ministers.
That's the power they have.
Yes,
that's why they'll come and tell you that if you vote for me, I'll do this and this for you.
If I lobby the Minister of Roads and Transport to come and work in my constituency, and he doesn't do it, what more can I do?
What more can you do? The next time when you're coming to do election, don't come and tell me that you will fix the road for me if you know you don't have the power. Then keep quiet. If I don't even come to me at all, don't come.
Evidence that you side what you say.
I largely agree with him. I mean, Charlie, sometimes if you hear some of these things, the real things that are in your heart you want to say, you are just measured not to say them.
Yeah.
There's one thing I say. People don't understand public service and political leadership in Ghana.
Okay.
A few days ago, I made a post and I said that, unfortunately, in Ghana, most political leadership is seen as reward rather than responsibility and service.
Yeah.
Because that's at the core of public service. And you and I know when I talk about reward, you understand?
Yes.
When people are given certain positions, when people are going for vetting, do you normally see the people following them?
Yeah.
They go and sit there, we have to give you a certain sum. It's because people feel that at the end of the day, if it's my uncle or my party chairman who has gotten the position, I'll get something from it. So right from the person entering the position, there's a certain mindset. Responsibility is relegated to the background.
Yeah.
First, what you get for yourself. Yeah. Second, what you get for your cronies. Yeah. So mostly what happens is that the nation is last. And we get the crumbs. And it's the reason why we are where we are.
Are we not to be blamed as a people as well for influencing and making sure some of these things actually stay? Because, when people are coming to campaign for our votes, we collect monies from these people. When they offer the money and we eat, it's two things. Either we don't take it or we take it and we vote against them. They will know these people will not, the money is not something that's going to convince them anymore. But we actually make sure that, let's propagate this thing. When they bring the money, we'll vote for them. We forget about all the 4 years and the worries and everything. And we are there. So they just feel like, it's good to go.
Of course. I mean, I won't dispute that. I mean, it's among, the leaders come from among the people. So it's not like they are different sets of human beings.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
But the moment you take a place of leadership, you are expected to lead change.
Okay.
And let's face it. I usually don't like it when people say, it is you, not the leader.
Okay.
But chairman, everything starts with leadership.
Okay.
Yep.
In the whole wide world. There's a reason why I always say that a Ghanaian who lives in New York will be careful jumping the traffic. But that same Ghanaian will jump here. The difference is leadership and systems. Because over there, even though a policeman is not standing there physically on the road, a certain recording system will capture him. He will be at home and they will bring him the charge. But here, you can jump at a certain time and nobody will chase you.
For that, I will not agree.
No.
Me, I've crossed before and they caught me.
No, it's not all the time.
It's not all the time.
It's not all the time.
So you have been jumping red lights and they don't catch you.
People jump traffic all the time.
Yeah, we see it.
And the system may not catch you.
Okay.
Because you can't have a physical policeman standing there 24/7. That's why somebody developed technology to have a certain system that controls. So the difference in discipline here and there is leadership and systems. So all these things, it's not you and I that will be the system. It's the people we have given our collective support to. So when we do that, we give excuses for leadership failure.
Okay.
When you say that it's the people, you give excuse for leadership failure.
No,
because you see, so that's usually the issue for me. So for instance, this subject matter we are talking about, the LI, the Road Traffic Regulations Act, it gives specialization, it gives that preference to emergency vehicles, ambulance, let me just read bullion vans. Per the amendments, this ones they exist already. They've always been there.
Yes.
So the amendments, there were different things.
So this is what the amendments were supposed to do. Now, motor vehicle for official purposes by the head of state, the vice president, the speaker of parliament, the chief justice, ministers of state, justices of the Supreme Court, and members of parliament. Then under the first one, the B says a police vehicle. C, we have motor vehicles used by National Fire Service, motor vehicle used by National Ambulance Service, a motor vehicle used as an ambulance by a hospital or a clinic, a motor vehicle used by other recognized government, security, and agencies, and a bullion vehicle registered by the licensing authority.
Of course, we all know these ones they make sense. We all know all the cars that use the sirens and stuff, and we do not have a problem with that. But even don't forget, already there are cars that are not supposed to be using these sirens who are already abusing it, including the MPs themselves. Some of them abuse it. And I won't be surprised there's even an MP who has already installed it illegally.
We know that.
You understand? So already there's an abuse. Now you want to pass the law to worsen it. You see, our people are not even thinking about the environmental issues. Do you know that we don't even think about noise pollution? But noise pollution is a major environmental issue. And in this time and age, when conversations about environmental cleanliness and safety and everything is so important, we are thinking about creating more noise. See, 2 days ago when I was coming to work on the Awoshi Road, I had to struggle and squeeze myself to give a chance to an ambulance. I was worried because I don't know, there could be somebody in the car who is dying. You see, do you know what is an emergency in Ghana? An emergency in Ghana is not an MP going to work. You know why? An emergency in Ghana is not an MP going to work because the lawmaking is not an event, it's a process. You don't make laws in one day. Do you know that there are laws that have stayed in parliament for 10 years? The affirmative action bill has been in parliament for 10 years. Today, if you tell me you are going to parliament to pass affirmative action bill, it's not an emergency. No. An emergency in Ghana is the fact that you have poor road systems. That when an ambulance is carrying somebody almost dying, they can easily die in the car. An emergency is you fixing that road. Having enough lanes for our ambulances that are carrying people whose lives are so important to survive. An emergency is providing beds in the hospitals. That somebody doesn't go to Kolebu and has to sleep on the floor. Those are emergencies. Going to fix a law in parliament can never be an emergency. In fact, even the Supreme Court judge or the Supreme Court justice going to the court, it's not an emergency because you and I know how long it even takes for one case to be concluded. It's not an event. It's a process. So it can never be an excuse. And if your excuse is that we have overburdened you with other duties, such as going for funerals, going for outdoorings, those are your choices. The Constitution that made you an MP doesn't say one of your duties is
to go for funerals.
Going for funerals. Those are choices you have made because you believe that there are some votes benefit for you. If you relate with your people or your constituent through social events, there are votes benefit for you. So there's a problem that you came to me.
That question,
solving that problem. You see, Daniel, last time you said something. You said that when somebody doesn't feel the mess or the pain you are feeling, they are disconnected and they don't see the need to fix the problem. So that is why this LI is an issue. It's the reason why when we shouted, they pulled it back. Because what they've not even realized, the era we are in now, It's not yesterday. Things are changing fast.
That's true.
The public reactions are growing. They miss the timing.
That's
they are
true.
not getting the things that will now evaporate people.
Okay.
We are
Okay.
in very serious times. We are
Yeah.
sensitive. And this time, social media, we are all there. Once something went that we think is problematic, we'll get at you.
There was something in the amendment that I don't think a lot of people brought their minds to, which would affect generally the regular citizen. So there are days where you call the ambulance service or you're trying to get an ambulance to pick up someone because they've been involved in an accident or anything, and no one is there to help. So you put this person in your car and you want to use your car to serve as an ambulance and take the person to the hospital. Your hazard is on, you are honking and moving quickly. Before, the law didn't provide for something like that. But in this new LI that was being proposed, it's in there. A motor vehicle, if adherence to those provisions may hinder the purpose for which the motor vehicle is being used. So if that affects...
You see, we need to understand where the public outrage was coming from.
Okay.
The public outrage wasn't coming for the whole LI.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was coming for aspects of it,
Yes.
portions of it. And that's where the MPs are involved. And that's where Eben has brilliantly explained.
Okay.
You can go back and fix it and bring it back.
Okay.
And then we'll look through and make sure that your name is not part. And
Okay.
then we'll agree for you to pass.
Okay.
So let's not mix the two. It wasn't that we were angry with the whole thing that was presented. No, we were angry because of a certain aspect of it. Now, to stand on what Eben ended on, what I said in the last one, was it, which one were we talking about?
Is it the...
I think it was the flood
one, yes.
Yes. Now think about it. This time where they are affected by what is happening, they are affected by the poor roads, they are affected by the traffic.
They want to escape.
What is the first mode of action?
To escape.
How to get themselves out of it.
They insulate themselves, yeah.
Self-seeking leadership.
You see the thinking?
Yeah.
That's why, you see, we need to go back to what fuels people to even enter positions of power or positions of service in this country.
Yeah.
Because it's serious. If the problem is directly affecting you as an MP, as a minister, government official, when your family member or when you are sick, you fly them outside.
Yeah.
So they have their own solution. They don't care whether Kolebu is fixed or not.
Yeah.
Now, when if traffic is affecting them, what do? Quick. How they can get the law to benefit them.
Yeah.
And then insulate themselves from the situation. As for you and I, they don't care.
They don't care.
They don't care. And that's it's a serious problem. And that's what hurts me.
It's a breach of the social contract.
The ones that directly, yes, we vote for a president, an individual.
Yes.
But the ones that we select out of our own to go to parliament to represent us,
Yes.
they are now doing the same thing. So they don't care. Like, I need people to understand. It's not that the thing was passed though, but the fact that they sat down
And
to
thought
draft
about
this
it.
thing and thought about it and brought it out. It's a serious matter.
So, see, what
and
you're-
then
what
some
you're
of them
saying
even had the guts to go and defend it. That's a serious matter.
So they have a position of power, of influence to execute certain changes.
That benefits all of us.
Thank
But they are
you.
thinking
But they
of
chose
They're
themselves.
thinking about themselves.
That's the anger here. That's all the anger is about.
How hard is it? When you look at the period of time that they are in power,
Yeah.
how hard is it to come to a collective agreement
Yeah.
that here one aspect, one will fix something? Like, our health system is bizarre.
Yeah.
Educational system is like road transport. Everything is sport.
But I keep asking you, you see, like I was saying before, the free SHS program, right? People are seeking to make it a law. Yes, even the FQ thing, it's enshrined in our constitution, but we don't see that positive implementation of it. An implementation where you realize that a majority of the beneficiaries of this program are actually getting what...
Do you know why? It feeds back to what I'm saying. The fuel that drives them is on policy check. It's not about the functionality of it and how well it's impacting the individual.
Okay.
So I said I'll do free SHS. Do it. Once there's evidence that people are going to school for free, check. When I'm going to do campaign, I've done it. As to whether it's being properly implemented and students are benefiting from it, parents are feeling the fact that they are still getting quality, getting quality education, and they are not feeling it in their pockets. They don't care. Once, you see, it's about election points.
That's it.
They don't care about their positions benefiting their constituents. Like, for me, as a human being, okay, if you're a proper thinking human being that has empathy, and you, in 2020, I came for you for votes. When I show my face in 2024, I don't think I even need to talk. Me looking at you, and my impact should be visible when I get there.
Yeah.
When I get back to that constituency, the way I'll easily drive through the constituency.
Should I have worked?
I've worked.
Yes.
The way people receive me, even during the 4 years, the feedback I'm getting should show me that I am working.
Yes.
You don't need to come and repeat the same. Why is it that every 4 years you guys the same things you are seeing? How long have we been under this? Yesterday we were playing democracy. I didn't watch safe. I don't watch. I know what's safe. Because the essence, you see, the essence of the occasion, I've not felt it.
Okay.
I've not. Look, when you go to the people that will copy the democracy from, this is what people don't usually, they don't take it into consideration. Their basic systems are working properly.
Yes.
They are working properly. So everything else, when you listen to Trump and you listen to Biden and you listen to, their campaign messages it's like, the foundation is already solid. So it's like, which topping do you want? Which icing do you want? It's not about somebody. It's not the basic things.
Beyond,
they've gone
in the hierarchy of needs, they are probably getting to some
Nobody is talking about how they are transport. Nobody is thinking about it.
Yeah.
You've not fixed that thing, but you want the benefits of what the other people who are fixed their basics are getting. You get. Wow. Fix it first. Fix it. When it's benefiting all of us, then we can start talking about these excesses.
Okay.
You see, leadership comes with, when you become a leader, you take up assets and you take up liabilities.
Yeah.
Our people mostly they want the assets more.
Yeah.
They don't focus on the liabilities. The assets include the privileges they enjoy.
Yeah.
Free fuel and what have you. Now, the liabilities you came to meet as a leader, they are still there. But you are piling up more assets. Giving you free fuel, we give you this, we give you this. We should add sirens. We should add no speed limits. Do you know that even the saddest thing they are not thinking about? I think recently one of the motorbike riders on the presidential convoy died in Kumasi. See, this is a country that probably, apart from diseases, the next thing that kills people in this country, road accidents.
Yeah.
So road safety, no road safety person in this country will back this move.
Yeah.
No.
There's an argument that until Ghana visits the people in power, they really do not see whatever is happening.
It's crazy. You know, there's a book I read titled Leaders Eat Last. Leaders Eat Last. It talks about sacrifice. Yeah. That the fact is that the highest ranking officers will be the last to fix their plates in the meantime in order to ensure those in their command were fed and cared for. Yeah. We have so many problems. Are you the only people feeling the heat of the traffic? And you know the funny aspect of all of this? That is myopic thinking. The political powers they have are temporary. Yeah. Oh, so the 4 years, 5 years, 8 years, when you leave power, you join us in the same traffic. Yeah. Does that make sense to you? It's low thinking, to be frank with you.
Before we wrap up this conversation, in recent times, we've seen this public outcry from people in different forms. Right. Apart from this road regulation, bill that was withdrawn, there have been other things that governments have been intending to do that because of the public outcry. For instance, the sale of the Senate hotels that we saw the demonstrations. Yeah. Are we doing enough, or are we starting to see that revolution from the citizenry in making sure that if we don't want this, the government will listen to us, will make sure they listen to us and not do whatever they want? Like we always say, minority will have their say, majority will have their way. Are we seeing something like that happening?
From my perspective, I think that it is building up. I'm seeing it. And I've told someone in a conversation that we are even getting close to a point where the duopoly,
may break.
The automatic two-party system with MPP and NDC is beginning to lose grip. Watch it. Because some of us who have had a privilege in the last 20 years to be in the media space, we've assessed NDC and MPP. And we can see the difference. Really, it's not much. And much is not coming to us. So I see the build-up. My only worry is that the build-up may still be slow because of the extreme partisan position. See, our bane in this country is partisanship. If not for that, what organized labor was able to pull for government to pull the brakes tells you that if we are a united force, beyond the partisanship,
Yeah.
a lot will turn around in this country.
I'm
I'm telling you.
You mentioned organized labor, right? Yeah. Not to delve into that kind of conversation, but like I said, even with people in authority, until it touches them directly, they really do not care about it.
That's true.
Organized labor were this firm because people were coming for their money, SNIT, pension money.
But that's our money too.
Yes, and it's
so
we
it actually goes beyond. We're all part of it.
I mean, the e-levy conversation.
You and I are all part of organized labor.
Yes, but e-levy conversations came up. Nothing happened. There's been taxes, different things happening. Nothing came up.
Yeah,
but until it touches your fiber, that is when you push forward.
But I can also tell you that when the issue is a bit political, people are a bit careful.
Okay.
E-levy in particular. Yeah. But like you have a point. So I have said that, indeed, organized labor, for instance, has to realize that they have power in numbers. They have to begin to fight for Ghana beyond just when it concerns them, like you're saying.
Yeah.
And I think that if they're able to do that, they will get the buy-in of a lot of Ghanaians.
Nice.
And we'll get somewhere. So I agree. When it doesn't come close to you, the approach is a bit different.
Danny, last words.
No, but for those in power, at least what I've learned in the past few months is their first course of action will be to clear themselves from the trouble first.
Yep.
It's not even about it hitting them. If it hits them, they will think about themselves first. But we are getting there. We are getting there. And I'm encouraged when I look at the thinking of the youth.
The youth today, yeah.
The youth today. I'm encouraged. Obviously, there are by all means there'll be anomalies. But when I look at the collective strength and the direction of our minds, where we are all thinking,
the mindset, the thought process and everything.
Look, I think we are getting there. We are getting to the point where, whether you like it or not, you work, and eventually we will get there. So for me, I'm happy.
Great. My 2 cents I'll add to this is I really do not want to see whatever happened in Nigeria happening here, in the sense that we find a lot of, not necessarily Kenya, the bits where people are loud on social media, but they fail to actually execute that power as a citizen when it comes to the election day. If you know whoever is representing you is not doing what they are supposed to do, you have the power on 7 December to exercise your franchise and show them that indeed you told me you were going to do this and you didn't, and so I'm voting you out of power. This has been Stop Diaries. Today we're discussing the bill or the amending of the Road Regulations Act, which has been withdrawn. And so, the public conversation was still right, but we had the conversation on it. Do not forget that this podcast can be found on every available podcast site that you listen to your conversations from YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, every single place you can get it. And most importantly, my Adjei Online. But there's been a new addition as well. We are live on TV every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the Joy News channel. So make sure you grab this podcast there. Every single Saturday, 4 p.m., you find us on Joy News. Thank you very much for enjoying this episode. My name is Chris Piquet. I was here with Daniel Crantain and Ebenezer Afenyidazi. See you on the next one. We out.